Hunni Bunnies. Welcome to Hunni Bunnies Read Along. I am Mrs. Kimberly K, and thank you for joining me today. I have a wonderful story that I'm going to read for you guys today. So what I need you to do right now is what? What do Mrs. Kimberly K need you to do? Have those bunny ears up, wide open, and listening. So that means you have your listening ears on. Open up your eyes, big and wide, and that means that you are paying attention with your big bright eyes. That is what Mrs. Kimberly K needs for all the little honey bunnies to do. You have to pay attention to the story because you don't want to miss any of it. And we're going to go ahead and jump right into the story. And when the story is over, don't click out right away. Stay tuned and listen for updates and anything that I might have to tell you about the story. Okay, so let's get started. So the name of this story, you guys, is called Caps for Sale. That's right, caps for sale. So we're gonna go ahead and get into our story. Caps for sale. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like any ordinary peddler. Carrying his wares on his back, he carried them on top of his head. First he had on his own checked cap, then a bunch of gray caps, then a bunch of brown caps, then a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the street, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. As he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up and down the street. He walked down the street calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," said he. And he walked out of town slowly, so as not to upset his caps. He walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back a little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. Then he put up his hand to feel if they were straight. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps. On the very top, they were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke, he was refreshed and rested. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure his caps were in the right place. All he felt was his own checked cap. He looked to the right of him, no caps. He looked to the left of him, no caps. He looked in the back of him, no caps. He looked behind the tree, no caps. Then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray, or a brown, or a blue, or a red cap. The peddler looked at the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. Finally, he spoke to them. "You monkeys," he said, shaking a finger at them, "you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, "Tis, tis, tis." This made the peddler angry. So he shook both hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." But the monkeys only shook both their hands back at him and said, "Tess, tess, tess." Now he felt quite angry. He stomped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stomped their feet back at him and said, "Tess, tess, tess." This time the peddler was really very, very angry. He stomped both his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." But the monkeys only stomped both of their feet back at him and said, "Tess, tess, Last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap, threw it on the ground, and began to walk away. But then each monkey pulled off his cap. And all the gray caps, and all the brown caps, and all the blue caps, and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First his own checked cap, then the gray caps, then the brown caps, then the blue caps, then the red caps on the very top. And slowly, he walked back to town calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." The end. My little honey bunnies, I hope you boys and girls really enjoyed that story. This is an old story, you guys, an old story. When I first heard of this little story here, I was in kindergarten myself, and Mrs. Kimberly K has been out of kindergarten for a very, very long time. So that just tells you that this is a very old story, but it's a wonderful story, and I really love it. So now, what I need you bunnies to do is hit that subscribe button. That's the first thing I need you to do. Then check that description box. Hit that link. It's going to take you over to Hunni Bunnies IG read along page. All you little Honey Bunny friends of mine can leave me comments over there about any story I read over here on YouTube. You can only leave me comments. You cannot inbox Mrs. Kimberly K because Mrs. Kimberly K will not reply back to you because you are underage. So leave me the comments about the books I read. Only about the stories I read is what you're going to leave me comments about. And we can talk about it over there. So you can ask me questions. You can request me to read certain books to you. And you can ask any type of questions about any book I have read over here at Honey Bunnies Read Along. Thank you for joining me. Now, you already know what time it is, little honey bunnies. What time is it? The bunny hop. The bunny hop. Who can do the bunny hop? The bunny hop. The bunny hop. Who can do the bunny hop? Get up and do the bunny hop. Bunny hop. Bunny hop. Who can do the bunny hop? See you in the next story, you guys. Bye. Thanks for watching.